Hey everyone, welcome to this week's tutorial. I did a Halloween look and I did this one for two reasons. One, it's not going to break the bank. Everyone into makeup has at least one palette with brown eyeshadows in it. And two, it's not too complicated to recreate. As for my hair, I didn't do anything than just keeping it as ugly as possible because I didn't have a wig. But if you have a wig or, I don't know, hot rollers or something like that, it would look amazing also. So let's do this. I'm starting as always by moisturizing my skin with the La Roche-Posay Hydreane Riche. And then I'm applying a face primer from Shu Uemura. This is like a mousse. And it's mattifying on the skin. And now I'm going to do first my pretty half of the face and afterwards the ugly one. I'm priming my eyelid with a cream eyeshadow from Maybelline. This is like a frosty white. And although I like that frosty finish to the eyeshadow, I'm going to mattify that with a face powder. This is the one from Revlon. Then I'm taking this palette from Isadora and this light eyeshadow, and this will go over the entire eyelid. And here I'm using Peaches and Cream from Makeup Geek, and with that I'm giving a bit of definition to my crease. This is Brown Down from MAC and this is going also into my crease. I'm pressing this brush a bit harder on the outer part of the eye crease and also going inwards but with a lighter hand. And I'm staying with this eyeshadow right into the crease. Then I'm taking another Zoeva brush, this is the 227 with no product on it, and just blend the edges well. And here I'm just intensifying that lid eyeshadow. Then I'm applying false eyelashes. Those are the Ardell, the natural ones, the Demi Wispies. Have I said how much I love those? I really do. They are so natural and flirty. Yeah, and this is it. I went for this really light and understated eye look. And this is a look that makes you look younger, actually. Appropriate for the young side. The seam of the false lashes I'm covering with this matte black eyeshadow from Artdeco. Then only to my top lashes I'm applying this Maybelline mascara, the big shot one. Time for foundation on this side only. This is the Healthy Mix Serum from Bourjuois, and I'm applying it with this beauty sponge. I very much like this foundation because it contains a lot of vitamins and good stuff for the skin. It has a very fresh finish to it and I think it's very appropriate for this look. And now concealer. This is the LA Girl Pro and the shade is Porcelain. And I'm blending this out with the same sponge. For blusher, I went with a cream one from Max Factor because again it gives that youthful appearance to the skin. And I'm blending the edges with the same sponge. My highlighter is from Kiko and it's a cream one also. And my brush is a Japanese concealer brush. And then I'm doing my eyebrow and this is a pomade from L'Oreal. If this isn't the sister from the one from Benefit, then I don't know what it is. It's a new one and so far I like it. And I've also used the brush that comes with it. It's not the perfect brush, but it does the job. As my inner corner highlighter, I'm using this one from The Balm, and this is the Merry Luminizer. To set my T-zone into place, mainly I'm going to use the same face powder from Revlon, and this is a setting brush from Real Techniques. As you can see, I'm avoiding the cheek area where I've applied the cream blusher and highlighter. I want to keep that freshness to the skin that I've achieved by applying those cream products. Okay, and now with this blusher from Chanel, I'm going to bronze up my skin a bit. This color is actually perfect as a warm bronzer for my skin tone. But I'm going with a light hand here. And finally, my half lip, I'm going to outline a bit with this lip liner from Maybelline. And then on top of that, I'm going with this lip gloss from Revlon. And I'm done with this side. Now, the ugly side. I'm using the same Chanel blusher, and with it, I'm creating discoloration to the skin. You may have noticed old people always have discoloration, like redness and yellowish patches on the skin. I already have a bit of redness down my neck and my face on the left side, so I'm intensifying that a bit more. I've used a sculpt from MAC to create neutral shadows, and this is charcoal brown from Makeup Geek. You basically need a few different brown eyeshadows. They have to be matte, and with those you will be able to create a 3D illusion. And this is the same charcoal brown, but I'm using a pencil brush from Zoeva. And I'm starting now to line my face. So if you see me making faces, it's just because I need to see where my skin would crease. All those fine lines you have, you need to intensify those and make them look like 50 years older. I'm using here I would say neutral brown from Artdeco, and with it I'm giving depth to the lines. Most people's skin crease around the eyes first, so there's where you need to give a bit more attention. Yeah, I'm gradually creating lines on the nose, on the face, on the forehead, everywhere. I'm trying to look like 90 years older on this side of the face. You cannot forget the frown lines. They are very important, and the laugh lines and all that. I'm also blending the lines from time to time. I don't have any product on the brush, but I'm doing this to create depth and natural shadows around the lines. So I'm doing this a few times. I'm recreating those lines, then I'm blending them and recreate them until I'm happy with how it looks. I'm also doing those lines and shadows around the mouth. And the inner corner has to be really dark and deep set also. With the same dark brown from Artdeco, I'm doing more lines around the eyes, underneath the eyes, on the cheek area. If you went too far with the lining, just take the sponge you've used previously and just go over those lines. Now, I was talking about discoloration earlier. Old people tend to have whitish patches like discoloration on the skin also. They also have like red discoloration, so I'm using a reddish blusher. This one is from Tarte and I'm applying it with a Real Techniques brush. And yellowish patches are also to be found on the skin, on the old skin, and I'm using the same Beauties and cream for that. The light areas I'm intensifying by applying a light eyeshadow, the same light eyeshadow from the Isadora palette. And I'm applying it around the mouth, underneath the eye, on the forehead, also between the creases. I'm also using the same sculpt from MAC to add more shadows, and then going again with the NYX corrector palette to add more white patches to the skin. I'm also using Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek. This is like a reddish brown, and this will give a bit more depth and a bit of a 3D effect. I'm running this color along the sides of my lines because just using brown eyeshadows is not going to make it really believable, so this reddish undertone is going to fix that. Yeah, so this is my old self. I hope you like it. And this is the final result. The left side you're seeing is me in the present, and the other side, the ugly one, is me in maybe 60, maybe 70 or 80 years. I really hope you liked it, and if you recreate the look, please send me photos on my Instagram with my hashtag ILINCA WOLFF. I'll see you next week. Bye!